Hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf Collectibles, here today in Enfield for the Whitewebbs Modelers 2024 Model Railway Exhibition. Well, a very warm welcome to Whitewebbs, and we start with this lovely engagement layout. So this one, I believe we saw bits of this in Bluebell last week, slightly smaller this time round, but at the end here, Ribble Inspired Loop it's called. You just see this snowplow going past. And as it comes round, beautiful scenery goes across the Ribble Viaduct here. That looks superb going across there. Moving down, we've got a scene here from the potteries. I've timed it well because the lady running the layout's just topping up the smoke machines in the chimneys. Right, chimneys all topped up, so let's get some footage. There you go, you can see the smoke running now. Amazing scenery, and I love the traction engine here. Let me just zoom in on that. Wonderful. And then at the far end here, we've got the church scene and another turnaround loop with the cricket pitch.
My husband actually built that. I didn't build that, so I think it's good for publicity that one. But unfortunately, we messed it up. But I've got this lovely man who came to a show. We're going there again, Tinker's Farm, which is in East London.
Yeah, on the high speed line. Japanese traffic.
Well, these are all modular, so you don't want to get improved. So we can
Now when I was at the Bluebell Railway, I did point out this little loco here. So I've actually got one of these in 00 gauge from Wren with a die-cast body, but it's a really mysterious livery to me, so still haven't managed to look it up, but I plan to do a video on that shortly. Lovely stock on here. Look at the tooth areas here. As I say, all in N gauge.
All my layouts are based on the heritage side of the railways, not the layouts, so they're just straight. I like to think of the background, the heritage side, and that's, I don't know what's wrong with that.
Right, the next layout is Bramble. It says here, this is a small rural country station set within the West Country in the swinging 60s with a varied mix of passenger freight services. I do like the effect of the grass here. You see sort of the way it's kind of layered and textured there. Very well done. Again, the layout in that N gauge means that obviously all the details are that much smaller, but yeah, superbly executed. Right, this next one is Dackenby Town. It's a 3mm fine scale layout, and it says here the fictional 1960s town of Dackenby is located near Lincoln on what was known as the Lincolnshire Loop. The Great Northern built a secondary station named Dackenby Town in the most rundown part of the town.
On the entrance, you're the man to speak to about possibly restoring an old train set.
Last saw this layout, I believe, was in Billericay. Extremely well done, very, very effective. Do forgive me if I get the pronunciation wrong here, but this is Panny Bryn, which is Welsh outline layout here, 009 gauge, and yeah, certainly one of my favourite gauges, and I do love these narrow gauge locos.
Is that not there?
Yeah.
Quarry scene here with the Hunslet in there is very, very well done. This is what I was trying to achieve with my narrow gauge layout, but didn't quite get there. So well done. I do like the rocks here and the scenery. As I say, I wish I could have achieved this with my 009 layout, but sadly not got the talent. See here just in the foreground, the backman, I can't read whether that's Blanche or Linda, but yeah, I was so pleased with my one of those. There's a review on the channel. Well, I mentioned last time I was here that this is Whitewebbs Transport Museum, and here we've got a Willis Jeep. Obviously most of the artefacts have been moved out of the museum today, so make room for the layouts, but there's a few bits and pieces still in here. The Transport Museum's actually closed today, so some of the rooms are all closed off, but there's a few bits and pieces. It's in 1942 Willis Jeep, as I say, and we've still got some of the signs up on the wall here. And over here, a delivery van for jellies and canned English fruits, Shivers and Sons. Right, treated to a second 009 gauge layout. This is Small Bridge Junction. Just catch this Hunslet moving along the station. No, it's just stopped. Wait for the signal. Beautiful layout with some wonderful detail. I've just got to the other end of the lorry, and it's a 1919 Leyland box van. And you see the hood is open here, and you can see the engine inside. There's a few traders here today. This is round in circles. Got quite a lot of stock on here. Right, layout here from Daisyfield Train Care. This is King Street in Blackburn. Quite a sizable layout. You can see the station at the far end here, running all the way down, and it does say work in progress here. The Wainwright Bridge, and then past here it runs further down into a good shed at the end there. Double O gauge here. This is Fairford Depot. I'm just going to pan across the layout because it's quite a size. See all the way down here. And just to point out the little pot here in the front of the layout, each of the layouts has one of these, and as you enter the building, everybody's given a little token, and you drop your token in to vote for the favourite layout of the day. The rather nice layout we have here is called Minories, or is it Minories? I'm not sure. Anyway, it says here, Minories is the road between Tower Hill and Aldgate stations, an area that is approached by several railway lines. Our assumption that is an additional line made it into the area. An extension of the city lines widened from Moorgate to penetrate further into the city to a small terminus. The layout starts at one end with this office block and a street scene at ground level, and then drops down very quickly into the layout itself, which is a mainline cutaway. Very, very effective. And obviously the station at this end moves right down to the far end where it disappears into the fiddle yard. There's an awful lot of information on the front of the layout here. It does say you can find out more on the, let me just read it, the modelrailwayclub.org website.
Moorgate, yeah, the middle. Yeah, but there's a few layouts based on this area, and it's very good. Oh, that's oh, he's got the 3-car leave out. Then they come up the other side of platform 16. Northbound trains. Yeah. Up the slope. And look at the baby Delta.
Well, a gentleman just corrected me that it is Minories, but the layout at the end here, there's a little display. I just want to point this out. So it's Model Railway Club of King's Cross, and it says here, we are the oldest model railway club, established in 1910, and still one of the leading lights of the model railway world. Well, we've got a double O gauge layout here called Madderford. It says here this layout came about as a result of lockdown. With time on my hands, I wanted to create something with all the accumulated bits and pieces I'd left over from previous layouts. The aim was to build a layout with the lowest cost possible, and this is the result, and very good indeed it is. Chaplin's models, lots of die-cast, Oxford, other bits and pieces on here. Kitmaster Club, lots and lots of locos on here, but more especially at the back here, these interesting vintage model kits. I'll just pan in a little bit and see all the kits here. Many different vintage kits on here. Well, it's certainly a very popular show. So I've been here a couple of hours now. I've done a couple of the buildings. I'm just making my way down to have a look at the rest of the layouts. Car park has been full since about, I suppose, about 10:30. When I got in this morning, there was not a soul in here. I was probably one of the first, but yeah, it's very busy now. when I visited last year, I said that I must come back when the museum's open. See some of the vehicles here out in the yard with covers over them. There's another one here, just hidden away. And sadly, over the last year, I've not managed to get back here, but I'll put it on the list, and yeah, with a bit of luck, I can get back and have a look around the Transport Museum sometime this year. This layout is Ruffles Road, a double O gauge. Extremely good scenery again. There's like these little items in the foreground. See all the signs up on the wall. Right, here we have this exquisite N-gauge layout. This is Bowring and Standen. The detail on this is something else. Now, I'm hoping the camera's doing this justice, in that looking at this here with my own eyes in real life, I mean it does look like indeed a scene from real life, and hopefully the camera's picking up the amount of detail that there is on this layout.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll definitely control that, sorry.
Oh, look. And a Thomas umbrella. Can I get Thomas umbrella as well?
Right, well it says here Broughton and Standard. Broughton and Standard were two actual stations that form part of the Buntingford branch line in East Hertfordshire, affectionately known as the Bumps. And a gentleman was just telling me that this is as accurate as he can make it. So these buildings, certainly this factory you see in the foreground here, these are now flats that's still there, these sheds here are still there, and the pub over the back there is now a Chinese, but he's tried to capture as much of the line, and yeah, as I said, you know, the scenery on here is absolutely superb. Honestly, I could believe I'm looking at a scene in real life, as I say, being here with my own eyes, but he's certainly captured the essence of this, but also definitely captured the you know, the historical context of the two stations on here.
I should bring a hammock as well, so I can have a little snooze.
Grabbing a quick picture of the minivan here. Engage layout here, control your own railway. There's a little control module here at the end for people to control. This is Clay Hill Manor in Engage again. Interesting lighting package on here. You can see the little police box there, the flashing light on top, and a lot of the cars with lights on. Yeah, very nice, and I do like that it can be controlled by some of the younger visitors. Thomas layout here, white bell. And again another layout that can be controlled by the younger visitors. Saddle tank books. Now, permanent exhibit of the museum are these models that are here. All kinds of military models that are on display, as I say, permanently in the museum. And temporary for today is this wonderful Lego layout. Do you like the Concorde at the back there? If you haven't seen the video, I visited Filton the other week. There's a video on the channel having a look inside the Concorde. Certainly this one's very, very popular with the younger visitors. I do think these are absolutely wonderful. I've seen a few people do these where they make very detailed models out of Lego of different locos and carriages. Maybe something I need to get into. See at the end here the Class 08 down there, and at the top the Flying Scotsman. Main museum over the back there, you can see the ship. I can't make out which one it is. HMS Victory, I should have known that. And again, HMS Victory, there's a couple of videos on the channel with HMS Victory in, and there's a model of the ship there in the case. The buildings of the museum are quite interesting. You've got over the back here, I believe that's an old pumping house by the look of it. Then you've got the main building down here, which is a bit more modern, with the fire station mounted on the side. And then just down the back here, a row of shops, sort of with a station canopy over the top of it. So this one we've just been in, which has got some of the exhibits in. The one next to it is an auto jumble, and just looking around the car park, I just want to show you this, the Moon Eyes custom that's to here. Now making my way into the Enfield Whitewebbs Modelers Clubhouse, which is in this old carriage here. So this is Whitewebbs Park, which is Whitewebbs Model Railway Club's club layout, I guess you call it, inside the railway carriage. If I just pan up, you can see the roof there. You can see the railway carriage. You've got all these locos on a multi-tiered layout, making their way around inside here. How fantastic is this? So a couple of nice layouts in there in the clubhouse inside this carriage. What a great idea to have railway carriage as a clubhouse. Now I have seen on a couple of layouts people who have put railway carriages and put clubhouse on them, so maybe that's something for my layout in the future. Well, I came last year and thoroughly enjoyed it, and this year has been no exception. It's been a fantastic exhibition and made be even better by the venue, the Transport Museum here at Whitewebbs. I will do my best to get back here during the week this year when the museum's open. Looking at some of the vehicles in the yard under tarpaulin, looks a fantastic place, and yeah, it'd be lovely to see them all in situ and in context at the museum. Anyway, back onto the layouts, absolutely fantastic. How people move them, again, I don't know without breaking them. And a huge amount of detail on a lot of the layouts. So as I always say, thank you ever so much to all those people that go to the trouble of bringing their layouts to these exhibitions and exhibiting them. Anyway, with that, I'm going to leave this one there. If you've enjoyed the video, then please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there and say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.